Welcome to our Revive Newport YouTube channel, where we explore what we're doing together as the Church of Newport to love the community. In this first video, I interviewed Jay, one of our youth workers, and talk about the work of Newport Youth Cafe, NYC. So Jay, how did we meet? And how did you get involved in working with Newport Youth Cafe?
Well, we first met, what, 3 years ago?
Yeah.
Maybe more, a bit more.
Yeah.
3 years ago when my pastor,
Michael Connolly,
brought us together.
Yeah.
And he thought we'd be able to do some good work together. We was both, even though I was working in recovery and mental health stuff, I'm a big believer that links into youth work.
Yeah.
And I wanted to get involved more in youth work. You obviously were flying the flag out there, doing your numerous things you was involved in.
Yeah.
So yeah, Mike brought us together for the first time. We met and hated each other.
Straight away.
Couldn't stand the sight of him. So yeah, we said we'd have to link together and do something together in our community.
Yeah.
You know, and preferably for young people.
Yeah, yeah. And so how did then that progress to you helping out with Newport Youth Cafe?
Wow. I've been interested in trying to do something with NYC for many years. I used to go there as a young lad, with various degrees of success, but I know in the end I couldn't go down there no more just because of my behaviour and the friends I was hanging around with at 13. But I just remember it being a real safe, great place. So I wanted to get involved in helping others have a safe space where they could be teenagers and be away, even more so in this day and age, Pete, where social media and you know and the drugs are different and it seems to be more faster and hectic. So what a time if you can give any teenager a space for an evening a week, 2 evenings a week, just to sit back and be a teenager, no stress, no problems. I just think that is vital in growth, and then having amazing youth workers around to influence their changes and choices. I've heard about them, amazing youth workers. You know, I have heard about them. You know, just to be part of that. So that was really interesting to me. And I went down a few times before you guys were running it.
Okay.
I think the council were running it. And I went down just to offer my services. But I think they viewed my background as a negative. And didn't want me working there. They're very polite about it, and I think that they just deemed it. I don't know. I kind of kept hanging into that. I was running a project called the DNR Room in Newport. That brought us together again. We had friends in common behind the scene. God was putting our names together in various different projects, but. I was running a DNR room. Katrina Redpath was involved in a project we were doing there, and that linked us together because she was
involved with one of our NYC helpers.
She was an NYC helper, so she linked us together. So I come down and started volunteering with you guys.
Yeah. Great, good. So how long have you been helping now then?
Probably a couple of years now. Pete.
So what do you enjoy about working at Newport Youth Cafe?
I hate it. I can't stand working with this man. I just hate the hours. No, not really hours.
Terrible boss.
Terrible
young
boss,
people.
You know. Everything would be fantastic if you won't work for this. No. Cool. What's there not to like for me, Pete? Obviously, being a kid that got in a lot of trouble and didn't have the support there in place. Obviously, because I didn't go to youth club in the end. Couldn't go in schools. Didn't really have anyone who took interest in me because I was naughty. So instead of them saying why is he naughty, you know, they're just like I was too much trouble, and so it interests me to be somebody who can see past all the bravado of being sweary and drinking and trying to be a big man or a big girl, when really you're not. You're just a young person who's probably quite upset and lost. So I like to think that because of my history, I can maybe connect on that level.
Yeah.
So for me, Pete, it's it's the young people all day long, because they open up to me, as you know. I've got I come from a different background to the rest of the team.
Yeah.
And we've got a fantastic team out there at the minute, Pete.
Yeah. Really good.
Yeah, it's a good team out there, and all the things that have used to be a negative curse in my life, and now the things that make me a more popular youth worker.
Yeah.
Because I can talk about drugs, and when the kids are in trouble and stuff, they do tend to open up a bit more to me. So all the things has become a real blessing now.
Yeah. And young people come in and ask to speak to you and share stuff and open up, and sometimes you arrange to meet up with young people, and they'd ask you to go to their court case. So it's going really well from that perspective. Just
And it's a real honour, Pete.
Who you are, and what you've been through and stuff is enabled you, as well as some of the things that you've learned along the way. Has just really helped you engage with young people and be a great asset to the NYC team.
100%. 100%.
Yeah, good.
One of the best things, and this sounds like a bit of a joke, the pay packet.
Yeah.
But that means more than just having a little bit extra money.
Yeah. Sure.
A week, because you guys were the first people to see the potential in myself, to pay me a proper wage, and to take me on officially.
Yeah.
But also that paycheck each month, Pete, means I come from a place where I couldn't even go to youth club as a kid.
Yeah.
And my journey through life, the fact that I'm a youth worker in Newport Youth Club, where I went to as a kid and all my friends went to. Yeah. And then I started as a volunteer. I volunteered for 1 year, then went through the interview process and then got a job. Yeah. So as much as that extra money really, really helps, obviously, my family now, it means something more, Pete. It means I've achieved what all people in recovery, what all humans want really, which is to have a job and to have the okay, that you're okay, you're good enough to do this job, you're good enough to get a wage, and just all the trust and for me just what that represents. So as well as having the money, which is all handy and great, and obviously it's fantastic, but what that means each month is the trust that was put in place. I'm doing a good job because I'm still getting a paycheck each month. You are. And that I'm growing as a youth worker, I'm growing as a Christian, I'm growing as a human being, and I'm growing as a person, and that's quite a lot of stuff to fit into a paycheck.
Thank you for watching our video. We love working with the young people at Newport Youth Cafe, and they are brilliant. We've had over 400 young people sign up as members since we started, and we feel that we are making an impact on their lives, giving them a safe space to come, giving them a listening ear, treating them as adults, helping them face the challenges of being a young person in this day and age, and all the pressures that are going on and all the problems that are thrown at them at their age. And we are there to listen to them, to support them, to signpost them, and feel that the work we do really impacts them and their lives, and helps them to stay clear of making the wrong decisions, which we know can be a strain on society and cause them issues in their life. Unfortunately, to run a youth centre like this is not cheap, and with all our skimping and saving and cutbacks that we've made, we think that we can run this youth centre successfully, paying youth workers, renting space and overseeing everything that we do with all the paperwork that's involved in that for £40,000. The council funding ends at the end of March, but we've been led to believe that we can apply for funding for some of that money, but there will be a shortfall. And despite all our efforts to put in bids and raise awareness, we have still money to raise. One way you can get involved is by giving, and I have created a giving page which I've linked in the description below. Maybe you'd like to consider giving £1 a week, or maybe a one-off donation. Or if you're a business, maybe you'd like to consider sponsoring the work of Newport Youth Cafe, and in which case I'd love you to email me, and my email address is in the description below. Otherwise, we'd love you to stay in touch with us. We would love you to subscribe to this channel. We're going to be posting a video every 2 weeks talking about a different aspect of the work of Revive Newport. We also have Twitter, we have Instagram, and we have Facebook. So do look us out. There are links in the descriptions below. Like, follow, subscribe. That'll be smashing. Otherwise, we'll see you in a video in a couple of weeks. Thanks for watching. Take care. Good. So what's the thing you enjoy the most about working?
Well, that would be great for views if Pete died live on camera. I could see our subscriptions go through the roof.
Director of Revive dies while filming his first YouTube video.
Definitely, yeah, YouTube martyr. We'd literally make a killing as such. But I hope that doesn't happen.
No, let's hope so. I've had a sip of coffee and that seemed to have solved it so far.